And welcome to this video which covers types of long-term memory. This is part of the cognitive psychology topic for stage 1 psychology. Let's get started. So psychologists have categorized different types of long-term memory. So this is to help us make sense of what part of the brain is responsible for what type of memory. So information remembered with conscious effort is known as explicit memory. So this is the what and actually takes effort to recall. While information remembered unconsciously and effortlessly uses implicit memory. So this is the how. Now we can see here from this image that explicit and implicit are also then divided into different types of long-term memory. So we have our episodic and our semantic, which are types of explicit, and we have our implicit in terms of procedural and conditioning. So let's go through each of these in more detail. So starting with explicit memory and semantic memory. So semantic memory is our stored knowledge of general facts and ideas and information. So this usually involves conscious effort to learn the information and may require rehearsal if it's not related to emotions, hence why it is explicit memory. So semantic memory is a type of explicit memory, as I've just said, because the knowledge will not be recalled unless it is needed. So for example, you may be asked for the capital of a country as part of a quiz and have to search your memory for the answer. So anything that is information based in terms of facts or figures is semantic memory. So looking now at episodic memory, this is still explicit because you need to consciously be primed with cues in order to remember certain events. So episodic memory refers to our memories of events that we have experienced in our lives and the details that surround the event. So basically episodes or episodic memory, hence the term. So you can probably recall a recent birthday, including where, how, and with whom you celebrated. So this is a type of explicit memory because you need to consciously be primed with the word birthday in order to bring the memory of the event to mind. So any real significant life events are also episodic memories. So your first date, your first kiss, your graduation, wedding day, etc. Now looking at implicit memories now. So we have procedural memory, which is our memory of how to carry out skills and actions. So you'll have used this when learning to drive a car or ride a bike for the first time. So it requires conscious effort to learn it, but then becomes habit after repetition and practice. So that's why it makes it a type of implicit memory. So you're able to do these actions naturally after lots of rehearsal and repetition. Then the last form of long-term memory, but still an implicit form, is conditioning. So this refers to the process of being conditioned to have a specific response to a particular stimulus. So it involves strong emotions being associated with a single event or the repetition of a stimulus being paired with another stimulus. So this is known as classical conditioning, which is a year 12 concept, but is still very relevant to memory and implicit memory in terms of conditioning, obviously. So an example of conditioning is shell shock, which was experienced by people coming back from wars where certain sounds might trigger a panic response. So this was not consciously learnt, but will be recalled implicitly as they have no control over their physiological arousal to that particular stimuli. So to summarize, let's look at the types of long-term memory. So again, semantic memory and episodic memory are explicit, starting with semantic, so factual knowledge that you have. So this is what many people think about when they think about memory and how much information a person can actually store. Episodic memory are your autobiographical memories, so that's memories of experiences. So again, graduation day, first kiss, memories of happy childhood events, or perhaps a personal tragedy. Then the implicit forms of memory include procedural and conditioning. So procedural of memories how to do something. So also habits that we have as well are procedural memories, such as biting our nails, for example. And then conditioning, so being involuntarily conditioned or involuntarily learning, in other words, to have a response to a stimulus, usually due to a memory of an event. So I hope you found this video useful. As always, if you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, happy revising.